Have you ever wondered why sometimes life has you going around in circles and you haven't figured out your purpose or which path you should go? Ever get tired of dating the same type of people and you feel like you're wasting your time? Or you have been dating forever and still waiting on wedding bells? What about being married, but you may still feel lonely, or you are constantly arguing with your spouse? There was once a time you were all inseparable and couldn't keep your hands off each other and so in love, but now you barely talk. Life can sometimes get in the way, and before you know it, you barely have time for yourself. You are raising kids, always tired, and then they grow up and you don't know what to do with yourself. Ourbond is the solution for you. It's a 30, 60, and 90-day challenge created by experts in categories of singleness, dating, marriage, and parenting. These challenges were developed based on both the male and female perspective. You will receive daily tips, lessons, and encouragement to grow into the person you seek to become. Each day is tailored specifically for your journey in life. Put yourself first and take this challenge to begin your journey. You will experience growth and will evolve within 90 days. All you have to do is take the first step in this path, waiting just for you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
We are the Hardmen.
Yes, back in full effect.
Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, y'all like family now.
Yeah, you know, every Tuesday when we do this, we look forward to having this time of dialogue and having an opportunity to share with you guys, and you guys share with us too as well, your insights. So this is a family thing. So
it's a family thing. So share, like. We want to get the word out about Ourbondlive.
Yes.
And you can help us do that. So Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Thank you for tuning in on this Tuesday night.
Yeah, so we are here. If you don't know us, this is your first time tuning in. Where have you been?
Where have you been?
Oh, my goodness. Where have you been?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Fanny? Well, we are the Hartmans. We've been married. This is our 16th year of marriage.
Yes.
We knew each other only 2 months before we got married, and only dated a month.
Yeah.
Before we got married.
And she had like she still liked me.
Yeah, I still like him just a little bit. Just
a little bit.
We have 4 beautiful daughters.
Yes.
And so we hey, I see some hearts and likes. Thank y'all. 4 beautiful daughters. And we just love to talk about trending topics. And we like to relate them to everyday life so it can help you all.
Yes.
And
this is how we are able to really share the insight and the experiences that we're dealing with. And so we do this because, number one, we love talking to each other because we are best friends.
That's right. Okay, so we try to get a different shirt.
Yeah.
You know, if every week or every other week.
If we don't do it, we got a whole plethora of shirts that we can go back and recycle. So.
Yes. So he's my best friend.
Yeah.
And I'm his best friend.
Yeah.
Best friend. Friend.
Yeah.
Friend. Okay, so how we normally do it, I set it up.
She's the setup woman.
Yeah, and then, he chimes on in. So y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Ready
Here
to
we
roll?
go.
Ready to roll. So
like
what are we talking?
Here
it go. Here it go. So, hey, Stacey. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the topic tonight? The topic is, are you free to be yourself?
Are you free to be yourself?
Your real self.
That's
your
going to be,
self.
That's a big issue.
That's
a big issue.
So we about to delve into that.
Yeah.
And it could be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like marriage, dating, or it could be a friendship.
Yeah, friendship.
Any relationship.
It could be co-workers.
Co-workers.
Yeah. You could be at church. Are you free to be yourself at church?
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
You done said something. Wherever you go,
Wherever you are
free to be yourself?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are you free to be yourself?
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to we have a video we want to play from Fantasia and her husband. Fantasia's a singer, if you don't know who she is, and she's married. And they sometimes have table talks or Tasia talks, or they call it something. So the other day they had a talk and we were listening to it. We said, this will be a good topic.
Good topic.
So the video is about 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Yeah.
So after we play this, we're going to delve into it.
Here we go. All right. Check it out.
I'm a businesswoman. He's a businessman. We run several businesses, and we've taken control over our destiny, basically. So that's a lot.
Death to the middleman.
It's a lot, you guys. But I'm a mother. He's a father, wife, husband, and we're now grandparents as well.
Kyan and Cohen, what's
up? So we run into a lot of situations where we find people who want to hang out. What's up with the movies? Let's go bowling. Let's play cards. What about this? What about that? And we don't want to come off rude when we say, ugh. We wake up, and from the time we wake up, we're running. From the time we wake up, we're running. I get Dallas ready for school. After that, we try to get our workout in. Then we come back, get at the desk, and we starting to work and maneuver and make sure everybody that's on our Rock Soul team are taken care of. And we're not taken advantage of. And so that takes a lot. It takes a lot. And so I feel like when you come into a relationship with a person, and this is just the way I feel like you have to accept that person for who they are. There's no way in the world Oprah can just hang out with everybody who wants to hang out with her, because she runs she has so many things going on. And so I'm not Oprah. But I am a woman that has been placed in a situation, and he has been placed in a situation where we have to carry a lot of people, and we have to make sure the ship is constantly running and we're not sinking. If one thing is off, if one person is off, then the ship will sink. And we want to make sure that thing stays afloat so that when we leave this earth, we have something for our children and our grandchildren to hold on to. And so I feel like when people meet you, they have to understand, you have to accept people for who they are. And don't put your standards and your ways of thinking of how things should be and how you do things on that relationship, because it will never work. It'll never work. And what I have to understand is I can't walk around feeling like, oh my God, I'm letting everybody down, or oh my God, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing, because then I'm overworking myself. and I'm putting too much demand on myself. And somewhere in that day, I have to do something that makes Fantasia feel good. I have to do something where I can release. And so I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like I meet a lot of people and I lose a lot of people because people don't understand that I can't rock the way you rock. I can't do it. You have to accept me for me, and I have to accept you for you.
All right.
She said a lot.
She said a lot in that, right?
She said a lot. How many of y'all can relate to that?
Yeah.
Do hearts or likes or any of that?
Yeah.
How many of you all can relate to that?
Yeah.
I know I certainly can. Have you ever felt the burden of having to
carry or
having to be so outside of your comfort zone?
Yeah.
Because you felt you needed to do that in order to be either liked or loved.
Yeah. Or you've had so many obligations and you've always been everything to everybody else to the point of where you've lost yourself in the process. And you don't even know who you are because you've been everything to everybody and you forgot to really be you.
Yeah. And
in the process.
And that can be in a lot of relationships. A lot of us out there, we are mothers, we're fathers, siblings, sometimes have to take care of other siblings, grandparents.
Yeah. And don't be in that middle age where you got to take care of your parents and your children at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And sometimes you have to take care of your spouse.
Yeah.
So I think this was a good topic for tonight.
Yeah.
Are you free to be yourself?
Yes.
What are the boundaries you set? Can you?
Yeah. Is there a way that you could express yourself in a way and be authentic to who you are, but at the same time, be able to help people in certain instances, but not totally just diminish who you are.
Diminish your life.
Diminish your life.
Yeah.
And that there's a complex to that too.
Yeah.
There's a complex to that.
So,
hey, Miss Juanita.
Hey. So we like to. Oh, so before we continue, share this video. Share. Please share. So we like to ask 3 questions.
Yeah. Questions that'll make you think.
Thought-provoking questions.
Yeah. Give some opportunity for dialogue.
Right. And we like you to, to comment. And so that's what keeps the conversation going.
Yeah.
So you want to just delve in now?
All right, let's delve in. Question number 1.
Question number 1. How do you set boundaries when starting any relationship?
All right.
And remember, y'all, we said any relationship. It could be marriage. It can be dating. It could be just a regular friendship with your girlfriend or with your boys. Or it could be co-workers, any relationship. How do you set boundaries when starting any relationship?
All right. And really, we want you guys to chime in and give us dialogue so that we can also feed off of your comments. But yeah, how do you set boundaries when you begin or you're starting any relationship? You want to check that out or you want me to go?
Start first.
All right, I'll go.
You always say ladies first.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
Since you would, I think from the standpoint of setting boundaries is very pivotal in any relationship.
Right.
Because when you set boundaries, you set the parameters in which this relationship is going to travel. And when you set those boundaries, you set the tone for how far anyone can take it with you, or how they are to treat you when you set those boundaries. And so I think with any relationship, setting boundaries means telling the truth. And what I mean by that is telling the truth is really being able to express who you are, what your thoughts, what you expect, your expectations. Those are boundaries. And then also it's just being free, given the opportunity to be yourself, to be saying, you know what, I this is who I am. this is my expectations from this relationship. This is what I feel like if we operate in these parameters, that this relationship is going to be a flourishing relationship. It's going to be a healthy relationship. And so when you tell the truth and you be as forthcoming and forthright as you possibly can, no one can come back and say, well, I didn't know that. Or I didn't know that this was how you wanted to be treated. I didn't know. And you got to teach people, you got to tell people how to treat you, because people will treat you based on their viewpoint or their vantage point, and then they're subject, or you're subject to what they think about you. And that's how they'll treat you. And so when you set boundaries, you're setting those boundaries because you want the relationship to be a healthy relationship, but you don't want it to get out of hand. So you put those boundaries there and you say, this is my expectations and this is how we're going to operate.
That's right.
And I think on the other side too, you should expect the other person to give you their expectations and let them set parameters on how they want to be treated as well, because it has to be reciprocal. There has to be a level of mutuality when it comes to a relationship.
And so Rita said, I set boundaries by watching what you do and not what you say.
Wow.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Because, I think every relationship does start with the truth, like you said. And in those instances when it's not the truth, it's doomed to fail. Yeah. Or it's doomed to be a very difficult.
Yeah.
And so, you got those like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Because you can only put on a facade.
Only
for
so long.
So long.
Yeah.
And it's like how you get them is what you have to do to keep them. So if the relationship started out as a lie, you're lying throughout.
Yeah. And then what happens, you end up blindsiding somebody to where they expected one thing because you wasn't truthful in the first place, and then all of a sudden when the true you come out and you think you're free to be able to express who you are, but what you've done is you've did a smoke screen. You put something out there saying that this is how you were, but all in all, you were really actually living a lie. And like Ebony said, you can only live that lie but for so long. The truth is ultimately going to come out. It's going to bubble up to the surface. And a lot of times it bubbles up to the surface when the chips are down or when you're going through a rough patch, because the true you always comes out under pressure.
That's true. When
you're under pressure, and this is kind of like what we always say, the essence of the tea bag never gets expressed until it's placed in hot water. So once it's in hot water, now the essence of the tea bag is coming out. So when you're put in a precarious or a tough situation, the true you is going to come out. I don't care how you try to mask it or put makeup over it or try to dress yourself into a place of where you think you're better, or you try to make yourself feel better than what you really are feeling at that time. When you are in those tough situations, the true you is going to come out. So it's best to express who you are at the forefront. And not saying that you don't want to put your best foot forward. But at the same time, you want to be as open and honest as possible, so that there's nothing that someone and I'm gonna just say this, and I can understand this too, that sometimes you don't want to divulge too much information. So we understand that too. We understand the aspect of there needs to be some level
of trust
before you begin to disclose some of the innermost details of your life. So we know that it's a process. It's a maturation period that happens from the beginning stages of when you first meet a person, whether that relationship is a platonic relationship or if it's a relationship that could go further into, love and all of the other aspects that come from that. But setting the boundaries is very important. It is very important.
Yeah, like I'm learning The older I get, I mean, we do not profess to know everything.
Yeah.
We are not perfect.
We are a work in progress.
We are a work in progress, but we've seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He does pastoral counseling, has a degree in counseling, and, just being a pastor and just being around people and being married for a while. We've seen a lot. So we've become wise over the years, but I'm still learning some boundaries for myself when it deals with friendships.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lean closer to those that we help each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
We say that in my sorority, we help each other. But I am tired of those that just are leeches. They just drain, and always come to you for something, but don't reciprocate. And don't want to be around when everything's going fine. And then so
I don't have anything to say anything to you when things are going good, but as soon as they're in stress or in a place of want, then now all of a sudden you become their best friend.
So that's a lifelong lesson. You have to really set boundaries.
You have to set those boundaries.
And you are the person that can decide who you want around in your inner circle. Or not. It's that simple.
It's just that simple.
Don't care about hurting feelings no more.
I mean, the older we get, the more we realize that there's a purpose for both of our lives, and we don't have time to be, dealing with people who are not operating. Not that we're trying to be higher than or looking down on other people, but we want people who we can feed them and they can also feed us. They say if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get out of that room.
You really need to get out of that room.
There needs to be a place where you can expand yourself and you can also help others expand. You have to really be able to challenge yourself with people who can challenge you and you can challenge them. And that's really so when you any relationship, whether you're just friends, I like friends who make me think, and I like to make them think. I like people who push me and I want to be able to push them. And a lot of times when you realize sometimes there are a lot of people who are not really trying to push themselves. And they want you to carry them to where they need to go.
I carry 4 babies. That's it. I can't do nothing else. So nutritional. So Oscar said, so nutritional to the soul. Your brother.
and this is really what it's all about. I mean,
you can't
carry. I mean,
they grown.
Listen, and here's the thing. Now, there may be a certain time where you help somebody. You help them because sometimes people fall on hard times. People have some, tragedies that happen in their lives. These are unexpected things, and that you are able to say, you know what, my brother or my sister is going through something at this particular point in time, and you see that they need some help. And I think being a friend, you're going to do that. You're going to automatically say, you know what, I got you for this moment. But you can't carry them their whole life. Moment is the operative word. Moment for a moment, and I think in times, and that's what we were talking about, that reciprocity. There are going to be some moments in your life
they should do the same
where you're not going to be at your best, and you're going to have some struggling moments and some times where you just are just out of it or just not yourself. And it's those moments where you expect your friend to help you. But I think those relationships that have been cultivated over a period of time, and you've set boundaries and you've shown that this is how you love a person, that person loves you, this is how you expect them to treat you and you treat them, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. So this is the key way of being able to express yourself in a non-threatening, non-salty, a way of trying to be mean or rude, but you have to share yourself so that people won't abuse you. Because if you don't set boundaries, people will abuse you, and they will continue to abuse you until you actually stand up for yourself.
That's good. I like it. You said stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Stand up for yourself. Rita said, agreed. Building a friendship is the first boundary. Friendship is a covenant term.
Yeah.
And people take that. People don't know that, Rita, that friendship is a covenant.
Yeah.
Term. Like I don't use that word loosely.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone is not a friend.
Everybody is not a friend.
Everyone is not a friend.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You about to say something?
Yeah, we have people who we have people who we talk to on a surface level. We have people who are associates. We have people who are acquaintances. We have people who may have some similar likes or ideals, but everybody cannot be your friend.
Yep.
And when you're coming into a relationship, you have to be able to express certain things. And then also too, what Rita had said, that she gauges by watching first. A lot of times you get an opportunity to see people over a period of time, and you can make that decision for yourself. Is this somebody who I want to kind of continue to build a relationship with, and we can grow in a stronger bond with that? Can I grow in a stronger bond with that person? Or is this somebody who I just need to keep at arm's length? I need to keep that person away because I see some of the attributes and characteristics that this person have, and I don't need that drama in my life.
But then too, you can always look from afar.
Yeah.
You can look and see how they're treating other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't treat me nice.
Yeah.
Just because, you like me better than them. No, you need to treat us all the same.
There needs to be a level of mutuality respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
God doesn't have a respect of, a person.
Yeah.
Juanita said, example of a boundary for me is, first and foremost, if I'm Bible-believing Christian, I let people know this. Sadly, many are secret Christians wanting to be liked when they are around worldly friends, co-workers, etc.
Yeah.
You have to be your true, authentic
self. Know what? It's so funny. It's so funny. All right. So, I'm going to share an instance. We have every Super Bowl. Every year we have a Super Bowl party. So one of my fraternity brothers, I'm walking out to the car to do something at the car, and he puts his beer in his friend's hand when he see me. And I just laughed. I said, dude, why you had to do that, man? I know you already partaking of the libations. So why you even trying to do that with me? He's like, I don't even know why I did it. It's just a level of respect I got for you, man. Which made me feel good because he knows that from that standpoint, I don't drink or anything like that. However, I guess that was his way of showing respect to me. But it just made me laugh when I saw him do it because I saw him when he did it.
Yeah, I have some friends, man. They curse like sailors, and sometimes they have to let it out. But they say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry," as they're saying it. Like, he's still saying it, but I, still love them.
Yeah, exactly.
Still love them. But the respect is there.
The respect is there,
mutual respect.
And understand there are times when you say, okay, this is serious. This is how we're gonna operate, and then there are other times where you just laugh and you be like, "All right, it's all right, man. We all right, we good."
It's all good. It's all good.
But you set those terms. You set those moments.
You set those boundaries. So share this post. Share this post. If this is good, share it. Post. We see the likes, the comments, and the laughs.
And
they laughing at you.
They're
laughing at you.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm, I can be funny at times, I guess.
So do the next question. It's 7:30.
All right, question number 2.
Question number 2. Do you give space for self-care?
Wow. Yeah.
That means taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Do you give space for self-care?
Yeah. We need to say that one more time, baby. Say it one more time.
Do you give space for self-care? Do you make, another way to say it, do you make time for yourself?
Yes.
Do you give space for self-care, or do you make time for yourself?
All
Me,
right.
myself, and I. Remember that?
Yeah.
Me, myself, and
All right.
I.
So I answered the first one. You answered the second. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button, and also share your comments. Share your comments. We want as much dialogue as possible. Do you give space for self-care?
Or do you make sure you're taking care
Of yourself.
Rita said, "Oh my, yes. I know she does, friend. I know you do.
Yes,
I love
yes,
her.
yes.
Yes. So, it took me a while to get to that point.
Yeah.
It took, because y'all know, you just have in life, there's always something else you can be doing.
Yeah.
There's never enough hours in the day. And then if you're juggling multiple activities, multiple children, multiple jobs, married or, relationship, dating or whatever, it could be midnight and you have not even eaten.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, it will start to mess with your mental health, and then eventually it will mess with your physical health. And even though that is a serious thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta, and then you gotta think too, and then I'll let you speak. If you don't love yourself, how can you truly love someone else?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can't take care of yourself, how can you truly take care of somebody else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it.
Your love for yourself actually sets the tone for how people love you. If you don't treat yourself with a level of respect and you let people walk all over you or run all over you, then guess what? They will continue to do that. And so you have to say within yourself, I'm worth something. I'm valuable. And my time is valuable. My energy, my breath is valuable, and I don't need to waste my time, breath, or energy on people who don't even want to have an opportunity to know me for me, but just using me for my attributes, talents, gifts, or whatever those things, or financial reasons, or whatever. My dad used to always say this joke: when you're down and out, nobody wants you when you're down and out. So in other words, what happens, the true test of you loving me for me is, how do you handle me when I'm at my lowest point?
Yeah.
How do you just walk all over me because you have a level of you're at a higher place than I am at that particular point in time? Because the tides can turn, it could shift in a moment, and so and one of the things, and I'm gonna just share this about my baby. Cause she was, man, when I tell you, she married me when I was unemployed, y'all.
I did.
I did not have a job.
He was
she married me. I just got laid off of my engineering job, and she married me when I did not have a job. So I don't care what happens. Guess what? I'm gonna ride it out with this lady right here, this woman right here, my baby, my boo. Because for her to love me at that particular point and care for me when I was at a lowest point, I don't care what, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure this lady is taken care of. And that's a blessing all by itself. So, you
be making me all warm and fuzzy inside and stuff.
No, that's real talk right there, man. That is real talk. That's real talk.
Yeah, I mean, you were just, I knew you were a king. You were just down at that moment. But I saw the king in you. So I was like,
that's love right
I
there.
gotta roll with you. I gotta roll with you.
That's love, man. That is love. And so those moments, but in those moments, we still have to have opportunities for self-care. We have to take care of ourselves. Take the time to have some rest. Take the time to get away from all of the hustle and bustle of life, and take the opportunity to just say, you know what, I'm just going to chill. Even if I got to take some self-care sick days.
Mental
from your
health
job.
days. Those
Mental
are
health
mental
days.
health days.
Whatever those days, you need to take those days
Mm-hmm.
and just say, you know what, I need to kind of like recoup, revive, hit the reset button, and regenerate myself so that I can go back into the world and do what I need to do.
So let me tell you, I allow my children to take mental health days. I know that sometimes they're just
Too
like,
much.
It's just
Yeah.
too much. So I do my nursing thing. Oh, you feel hot. So
You
maybe,
okay?
maybe you need to stay home. Because we don't want an unexcused absence. But even children need it sometimes.
Yeah.
Juanita said, makes me think of those in ministry. Do
Yeah.
you take time out for the Sabbath day and rest,
Yes.
or work 24/7 doing
good
other
things.
things? Well, good things.
And what this comment is from Shay?
I don't know what Shay talking about.
Eyes laughing, 1941 laugh, 1941
I don't know. What
and
is
cake.
that?
I don't know what that is.
Shay,
You
I
gonna have
don't know
to
what
explain-
you're talking about.
You're going to have to explain yourself.
But and then Rita said, airline said it best. Put the oxygen mask on yourself first. You
Yeah.
can't keep anyone next to you if you're passed out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah. So
That's true.
there has to be a level of self-care. There has to be a level of you taking the time to have your own moment to exhale, because when you don't, you are set. There is going to be an explosion, whether it explodes outwardly or inwardly. It could be an implosion or an explosion. You going to explode on somebody because you hadn't been taking care of yourself, or you going to implode from the inside.
Right,
And I think those are moments where you really have to say within yourself, you know what? Before I mess around and make a whole mess of this situation because I'm not taking care of myself, let me just take some moments out there to kind of like get along with myself and just chill, relax, release some of those things.
And sometimes it can take y'all. It doesn't have to take hours and hours. It could be just 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you get home, my girls know.
I got a detox.
I need 20 minutes. I need 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No one talk to me.
Yeah.
No one call me.
Yeah.
No one knock on the door.
Yeah.
They knock
Yeah.
like they the police.
Yeah,
I
they-
promise you. And that be getting on my nerves.
Especially our oldest. I don't know. She got some
Some
hard
hard
hands
hands.
or something, boy.
I'm like, we love y'all, but chill. Don't come for us, because we was born in the 70s and stuff like that. We just all that hip hop and stuff like that. Popos, 5-0. You cannot do that. So do not do that. So there are moments that you have to take for yourself. Our oldest daughter got me this. It's like the best present ever from my child. Okay. She got me this for Christmas, an aromatherapy type.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah.
She got that because she realized one day I was at one of the girls' school. I was at their school, and I was upset about something. They were supposed to put her in a gifted class, and they didn't put her in the class or whatever. Man, I was heated. I was going to that office. I walked up in there. I was like, ooh, like, ooh, what is that? It was like they had aromatherapy. I know when I go get massages and stuff like that, I never connected the two. Man, when I'm having that room smelling good.
Man, listen, she turned the lights off.
Ooh,
and then the aroma thing, it has its own light in a sense. So,
and it's just so
as
pretty.
it's blowing up,
yes,
it's just,
it calms me.
yeah.
And I'm going to do some research on that.
Yeah,
I know that obviously if they have them at the massage, places
there
that
is aroma. It's called aromatherapy.
Aromatherapy. It is therapy.
It's therapy.
But I really, I'm clinical. I got to really do some. I got to know like what that is. Okay, what does Shay
all right.
say?
So,
Pastor?
yeah.
That's an
inside joke.
That's an inside joke, Shay. And we love you.
We don't
care.
Well, and I told you remember. I called my wife as soon as that happened.
We're not gonna say anything,
funny.
Shay. Okay,
it was funny. That's us. That's us.
That was a machine.
Yeah,
That was what that was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But Jesse said your body will
shut down.
Oscar said, if you suffer me now, you will reign with me later. So, in other words, I think what he's saying
when I was rocking with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay. It is, Shay, you funny.
That messed me up, y'all. It's an inside joke. But yeah, Shay, we love you. We love you, Shay.
Honey. We love you. You're so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question,
y'all. Last question.
Share.
Like, continue to put the hearts out there.
Thank you.
This is what we need, y'all. This was fun tonight. This is fun, y'all.
Last question for tonight. The way I wrote that, it don't look right. Why it look slanted?
I don't know, but just go ahead and read the question.
Is it the quantity of the time or the quality of the time spent together that matters? Is it the quantity of the time or the quality of the time spent why am I reading this slow?
I don't know. Spent together that matters. Do it the third time, but do it like how you're supposed to do it.
I thought I was like...
Do it like how you're supposed to do it.
Is it the quantity of the time or the quality of the time spent together that matters?
Anime, you need to sing it the way I want you to sing it. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, we just having our own little time together.
I'm going to eat the cake, baby.
Eat the cake, Anime. Sing that song the way I taught you to sing it now.
Okay.
But anyway,
is it the quantity
I'm sorry.
or the quality?
Woo.
Because let me tell you, the way that this social media and stuff is now, okay, there's this commercial. No, it was a photographer that took pictures, still pictures of different family shots. Okay, he was like he took them and they were just doing normal things, but then he took their social media devices. He took their technology devices out of their hands. Mm-hmm. So you saw families sitting at tables, families in the living rooms, families like this, not talking to each other because they all had their phones.
Yeah.
And so, yes, they're spending time together. But is it quality time?
It's not quality. We're getting some answers.
Love y'all too.
Yeah.
Both. They said both.
Jesse said both.
A little bit of both, but mostly quality.
Yeah,
that's
mostly
what
quality.
Oscar said.
Rita said quality.
I can attest to this. Married for 3 years feels like 30 years.
Wow.
Brianna said quality for me.
Yeah.
I'm with y'all. Quality.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, I can see why they would say both because you have to have some moments, right?
Yeah, some moments.
So you have to make the time to spend quality time. But if you're okay,
yeah, I'm
but
good.
if you are comparing, if you're trying to measure, I'll take quality over quantity.
Yeah. I think because we spend so much time together, but I really do. Quality is most. Quality is personally for me.
Quality.
Yeah, quality, because you can have times where people are just, like you're saying, they're just existing in the same place. They might be together, but there's no level of affection or camaraderie or just knowing each other, knowing that each other, we're there for each other, or just be distant, just like Brianna just said. Someone be in the same place. Someone can be in the same room with you, and you just there, but not actually spending the time. Exactly.
Your mind, that person's mind, can be totally somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's not quality.
Yeah.
Doris said something. I can't read that part.
Doris says both, as sometimes just being together is important. Other times you need the quality time just to shore up for the next thing. And I can see that, because there are some times we might not even say anything to each other, but we just together, we just leaning on each other or whatever. Yeah. Not really, there's no purpose or no rhyme or reason on why we're together at that particular point, but we're just together. Those are good times too.
Yeah, we could be watching MSN or MSNBC, right?
Yeah.
Or CNN, nothing, but then just start laughing or get angry at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, and then we start talking about, so it's just, sometimes it just happens things, we just together. But then there are a lot of times when we plan something
it's
together.
Intentional.
It's intentional, like a date night, or just, hey, calling, hey.
Yeah, like what we did last Thursday. We just hung out and went out just because we could do it.
You scooped me up.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
I know that's
and let's
right.
hang out. And that becomes those moments where, you don't have to have a reason why you do it, but you just say, you know what, I love this person so much that, man, let's just hang out. Let's enjoy the little bit of time. You know what? And what happens? This is good. What I've come to realize is that when your life is so busy and you got so many things going on, those times that you actually take to intentionally spend time together, they mean so much.
That's true.
When, we both grind, we both got a lot of stuff that we're doing. And a lot of times in the midst of our busyness of doing a lot of things, we have to take the time to make time for each other, and says this is going to be a quality moment. This is going to be something that we share with each other, and we're going to enjoy, and we're going to bask in this. We're going to let this thing marinate for a little bit. And I think that's what happens because, we are both busy, we got a lot of stuff going on. And that's kind of like what even Fantasia was saying. She was saying, she does a lot. And so she can't spend all of the time, but it's about the time that she does spend. When she does it, she makes the most of it. And I think that's what, we do. But what I love about us is we have a lot of time to spend together.
And then sometimes too, y'all, it can just be a quality moment.
Yeah.
You have the time.
Yeah.
And then you can have a moment. Appreciate those moments.
Yeah.
He could see me about to pull all of my hair out.
Yeah.
And I could be standing either in the bedroom or in the kitchen or living room or whatever, and he'll just come up and wrap his big old arms around me, in that moment I needed that. And it gave me like a energy boost to woosah to keep it to keep it moving. That's a quality moment. Yeah. For me, and I thank him for those little small moments. I try not to take that for granted. And a little plug, we have daily text.
We have
daily texts that deal with self-care. Even self-care if you're married in a relationship, single definitely, or parenting.
You need some moments away from them kids.
Hey, let me tell you, some of them days we have the remember that button. Was it Staples or Office Depot? The reset button. Yeah. We got some reset buttons in there too to help you. I promise you it'll bless your life. You just go to Ourbondlive.com. And some of the things that we're talking about, if you get on a regimen of doing it
for 30, 60 or 90
days, it becomes habit. You'll just be realizing that, I'm appreciating him more, or I'm appreciating her more, or I'm taking time for myself more. I yelled at my kids left. I'm #unbothered now. Oh my God. What? I promise you, it'll help you. Okay, Juanita asks, can you have quality time together in silence? A smile, a hug. Yep, that's what. We were on the same page, Juanita. I didn't even see that. Until that's like a hug. I call that the moment.
And that's kind of like what my brother just said. He says, my father always says, just enjoy the moment.
Sometimes, Oscar,
you just have to really enjoy the moments that you have. Enjoy them.
Because you don't know how many more.
I mean, we learned on last week, from that. I know we talked about Kobe Bryant on last week, but listen, that incident right there should just say, enjoy the moment. Take the time to spend quality time with the people that you love. Definitely. Yeah. That was a quality glance
We just
at
had a
each
little
other.
glance,
We just
a
had a
little quiet
glance.
glance.
We just had an opportunity where she looked at my eyes, I looked at her eyes, and we
You
knew
just-
what each other was thinking at
Just
that
making me
very
just
moment.
all fuzzy inside and stuff. Oh
Yeah,
my
we
God.
can't wait till we get off this show.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's TMI.
That's good.
But anyway.
That's and we got 4 kids. Hey, you know,
Yeah.
we do what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Any more comments, questions?
Guys, we love you,
We
man.
love
We
every
you guys.
single one of you all, and we thank y'all for joining in and commenting. Was that one more comment? Oh no,
No,
we already
good.
did that. We
Yeah.
already did that. We love you too. Yeah.
So, guys,
you both are so mushy. I mean, he be making me all, warm inside. And,
Yeah.
so we want to thank you all
Yeah.
for tuning in
Yeah.
tonight. So we want to give you a quick promo of our daily text. And so those of you all that don't know about it, that one. Again, go to support us. Go to Ourbondlive.com. We have received some good reviews on how it's helped others, and we would love to impart
as much information and
wisdom
experience.
nuggets and
Yeah.
experience to you as we can.
Yeah.
Because we come from a good place
Yeah.
of love.
Yeah.
And, God is our source of strength.
Yes.
So
yes.
we love you all, and watch this promo, and
We'll see you
next
week.
Tuesday. Share. Peace.
Have you ever wondered why sometimes life has you going around in circles and you haven't figured out your purpose or which path you should go? Ever get tired of dating the same type of people and you feel like you're wasting your time? Or you have been dating forever and still waiting on wedding bells? What about being married, but you may still feel lonely, or you are constantly arguing with your spouse? There was once a time you were all inseparable and couldn't keep your hands off each other and so in love. But now you barely talk. Life can sometimes get in the way, and before you know it, you barely have time for yourself. You are raising kids, always tired, and then they grow up and you don't know what to do with yourself. Our Bond is the solution for you. It's a 30, 60, and 90-day challenge created by experts in categories of singleness, dating, marriage, and parenting. These challenges were developed based on both the male and female perspective. You will receive daily tips, lessons, and encouragement to grow into the person you seek to become. Each day is tailored specifically for your journey in life. Put yourself first and take this challenge to begin your journey. You will experience growth and will evolve within 90 days. All you have to do is take the first step in this path, waiting just for you.